Hi guys, my name's Aisha and I am the artist behind Aisha Doodles, and welcome to my very first studio vlog. I am going to preface this by saying that I actually have absolutely not a notion what I'm doing. To be perfectly honest, I don't know what to be talking about here, but I'll give it a go and see what happens. Um, I am a 27, soon to be 28-year-old artist from the beautiful island of Ireland. I currently live in Belfast, but I am actually from County Armagh, County Down. So if you know where I'm from, you get a point. Not sure what you can redeem that for, but well done. Um, but anyway, yes, so I am a small business owner. I have a full-time job, but I run my little shop on the side. And I just kind of wanted to make these vlogs as a way to document that journey of hopefully making my store my full-time job at some stage. That's sort of the end goal. So my very good friend Becky of Becky Creates and I had discussed this for quite some time, about creating studio vlogs, just really to document our journey as artists, first and foremost, but as business owners and ultimately as people. For a very long time, it's something that we've both wanted to do for ages, and just really haven't gotten around to it because unfortunately life gets in the way of these things sometimes, and the pandemic has sort of held that back quite a lot for numerous reasons. But yeah, we both wanted to make these and sort of boost each other's confidence with them. So they were meant to be done by the end of February, but if you know me at all, you know that I am notoriously late for literally everything. That's kind of because I am a bit of a scatterbrain. I forget everything. I procrastinate in the most productive ways, which sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but it is. Like, I'll make things instead of doing what I'm meant to do. So I get quite a lot done, but just not in the order it's meant to be done. But yeah, that's why mine is a bit later than Becky's, so don't know what that was. Sorry Becky that it was late. The past year has been very difficult, as I'm sure you're well aware yourself, because of the pandemic. Um, Irish artists are already quite distanced from each other because most of Ireland is still quite rural, and we don't get to see each other very often. And all of the events that we would have got to see each other at, for example, conventions and things like that, and general social events, have all been cancelled. Which is not only a financial detriment, but also, more importantly to me, an emotional detriment. I'm a very social person. I like talking to people, and I'd only really just come out of my shell and had my first convention ever in August of 2019. And I thought, this is it. I'm going to be doing conventions all next year. I'm going to apply for loads, and I had a couple lined up, and then COVID happened and those got cancelled, and it was very frustrating. So we've sort of had to look at different options, of keeping in contact with each other. And one of the lovely artists here in Ireland, Jekyll, they set up a wee Discord server with a load of artists, hello to all of you who I hope maybe see this. Thank you so much for everything the past year. You are all brilliant. But yeah, it's been really nice to have that support. And I kind of just wanted to make these videos as a way of highlighting what it's like to be an artist running a small business during a pandemic, but also to sort of bring a highlight to the artists of Ireland. I'm sure I'll not be able to do that by myself, you know. I'm only wee me, but there's a lot of talent on this island. Yeah, I just wanted a way to be able to show off what we have to offer here, and hopefully more artists on the island of Ireland will be inspired, maybe. I doubt it, but you know, to sort of document their journeys as well. Another reason why I wanted to make these videos is because I have a chronic illness. I suffer from endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome, which makes my life very, very difficult. It's, you know, as I said, I already work a full-time job and run my shop on top of that. And when you're dealing with a very debilitating illness that is not really recognised as being debilitating, and not many people know what it is, it can be hard to justify why you are behind on things or why you're struggling to complete tasks. So I kind of wanted to make this vlog as a way of highlighting that there are quite a few artists who would refer to themselves as spoonies, or you know, who do suffer with ongoing disabilities and chronic illnesses. And I just wanted to show that, you know, we're capable of doing just as much as other artists, but it may take us a little longer, or we might struggle at times, but that we can make it through that. And yeah, I'll probably talk about my illness at some stage in these vlogs, but I just really want to be as open and as honest as I can be with you guys as the viewers, and I hope that you enjoy and don't get too bored. So I'm going to shut up now because I've been rambling on for ages, but thank you very much for watching if you've watched this far. And yeah, we'll include some clips and stuff of things that I've got up to over the past few weeks or in the next couple of days, and I'll come back and I'll speak to you later on. Right, okay, so I'm going to give this wee Draw This in Your Style challenge a go, and I'm going to try and do a wee bit of drawing. I'm not sure about this setup, I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's probably going to be a wee bit shaky. I've recently got a new like phone holder arm, which is what I'm using to record on at the moment, so I really apologise if this part is shaky. But yeah, this is a Draw This in Your Style challenge by one of my very, very good friends, Becky, of Becky Creates. I probably mentioned her earlier on in the video, and she's recently reached 300 followers on Instagram, which is just great, like, to be honest. Well done. You are doing great, and you know, I'm really proud of you for getting back on the horse with the whole art thing, and I'm going to be here to support you through it as well. So onwards and upwards, my lovely. But yeah, let's give it a go anyway. I've tried this a couple of times and I've tried to film it I don't know how many times at this stage, but it wasn't working out. I was doing it like almost in like my old chibi style, which if any of you follow me you probably know, but it just wasn't working. Like, I just couldn't get the sort of vibe that I was going for. To me, I've spoken to Becky about this before, but this piece is just like I don't know, it evokes like so much emotion in me. It's almost like a wee wish, and it reminds me of the stories my nana used to tell me when I was wee. So I just love it. I just find it very calming and peaceful to look at. So I'm gonna put a wee bit of a twist on this. I don't want to do it exactly the same way that Becky has done it, and I think that's probably going to be for the best, because as I said, I was struggling before with that. But yeah, let's give it a go. I've sketched out sort of a base for this, and then I'm going to work on top of that. But I usually like to start with, you know, as I said, the base, which I've already done. But for me, eyes are sort of the central piece of portraiture work. If you can get enough emotion through the eyes of a piece, then you're on to a winner, to be honest. She's got lovely purple pink eyes, I would say, and they're sort of like looking up into the camera, but I kind of wanted to do into the camera, looking up at the viewer basically, but I kind of wanted to do it almost like a, you know, wishing on a star kind of vibe, because of the background and stuff of the original piece. As you can see, there's like wee stars and stuff, and just kind of holding what I would say is a wish, but could be a star. I'm not too sure. I didn't ask Becky about that, but yeah, let's give it a go. I'll probably put some music over this, because I'm just going to talk absolute rubbish if I don't. So yeah.
여자친구야 어찌 뭐 할까 baby 내 여자친구야 hey 여자친구야 넌 나의 happy I can make you happy We can get crazy anytime. 언제든지 text me. 어쩌든지 연락해줘. 보고 싶었지? 내 남자친구야. 저녁 뭐 할까? 여자친구야 어찌 뭐 할까 baby 내 남자친구야 hey 남자친구야
between the lines, started to take what's mine. Instead of hesitating, felt like a brand new ride, no longer passenger side. Guess I was suffocating, waiting on somebody to save me. Wishing on shooting stars, always waiting for a kiss to awake me. Ooh, ooh, yeah, I'm done waiting, tired of the fairy tales. Why can't I be lonely? Done with feeling like I failed. Why can't I be lonely? La 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 la, lonely. La 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 la, lonely. Tired of the fairy tales. Why can't I be lonely? Lonely ever after. I held on for so long to these expectations. Yeah, maybe it's enough to be my own salvation. No, I don't need somebody else. No, I don't need a magic spell. No, I don't need a fairy tale. Yeah, I'm done waiting, tired of the fairy tales. Why can't I be lonely? Done with feeling like I failed. Why can't I be lonely? La 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 la, lonely. La 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 la, lonely. Tired of the fairy tales. Why can't I be lonely? Lonely ever after.
You're young and complicated. You still got time to make mistakes. Find your space. But you're sick and tired of waiting for something you could not replace. You don't have to stay, but you don't have to go away so soon. Spend the afternoon laying in your room while the sun is shining through the shade on you. It's nothing new, going like you do. Find out for yourself if all the trouble ends up being worth your time. Don't stand in line. Tell me wait till no one, so I've got to take my chances while I can. Who needs a plan? California's not so far off now. Have no doubt. I know now.
Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Surprisingly, I was a bit ropey in the middle there, but yeah, I hope you like it, Becky, and I hope you guys watching like it too, and hopefully I'll actually do my own Draw This in Your style someday. Who knows when, to be honest, but sure. I love this. It's so cute. So I'm actually cackling. This is so funny. So my very good friend Kinley is also my pen pal as well as an amazing artist. I'll link their work down below. But we write letters to each other the odd time, and this is just so funny. So yes, Kaiba, I also have the power of money and trauma on my side, but not quite as much money as you do. That's the dream. And then she's made this amazing like fancy stationery. It's so good. Kinley loves to draw frogs and toads, and I take great pleasure in looking at them. So I can't wait to read this letter, but she's also given me some really cool stickers, which I'll show you shortly after I've read the letter. But thank you very much for the effort that you've put into this. This is just class. Right, look at these. Like, oh my god. I love him. His butt was meant to be sticking out the top of the letter, but I think it might have fell in the post, I'm not sure. But these are just class. Kinley is an extremely talented illustrator. And honestly, I think you should all follow her because she is one of the funniest people I've ever spoken to. But thank you so much, Kinley, for these. I can't wait to put these wee bios about my office. Some of them will find a home somewhere, I am sure. And then I'll hoard the rest of them, as I do with every sticker that I get for some reason. But yes, I'll put her links down below so that you can go and support her too. Right, so yeah, I've been doing some work in the office today, getting some bits and pieces printed off and trying to sort of stock up on certain things so that my life is a lot easier. At the minute I kind of print on demand, so when an order comes through I will print and cut all of the items that I need for that particular order, but I get stressed out very easily, and I just find like it doesn't give me a good time while I'm packing orders if I don't have the stuff, you know, there and ready to go. So basically I recently changed how I package my orders because due to Brexit, quite a lot of my packing supplies are no longer available in Northern Ireland without paying like triple the price, and I just can't afford to do that. So I had to sacrifice my beautiful baby pink boxes, and now I just use white ones, but I actually feel like they're probably more eco-friendly anyway because the other ones were kind of coated like with a satin finish, and that probably isn't great for the environment. So the other ones I use now are uncoated, and those are just white boxes. I don't use any tape where I can avoid it. If I do use it, it is very, very sparingly. And I've started to try and sort of transition over to like using paper tapes if possible. A more eco-friendly alternatives to things. So again, I can't quite afford to get my own custom tape printed, but what I have been doing as an alternative is making these large stickers really, and putting those on to seal the packages. Now most of the packaging that I use sort of seals itself anyway, but the boxes especially need that bit of extra protection, and then I use the shipping labels as well to seal off the bits that this doesn't go on. I rebranded pretty much everything to this sort of pattern, which I'm sure you'll see at some stage in this video as well, but I just really love anything sort of pastel, rainbow, very 90s kind of vibe with those kind of things. So that's that. I also printed off about 20 of these. I don't get many orders, but these should last me maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But these little thank you cards, I used to like individually cut like little small business card size thank you cards, and then I would always give like a sticker with every order, and that changed from, you know, every so often. But I kind of felt like I wanted to do like a postcard kind of vibe, with a little piece of artwork. This is my little avatar. Her name is Taki, which is the Korean word for rabbit, which if you listen to K-pop, that might be how you find my store in general. I listen to a lot of K-pop, trying to learn Korean at the moment. I watch a lot of Korean TV shows and stuff, and I've always been very interested in visiting there, even before I listen to K-pop, just for the culture and food. It's beautiful. But yeah, this is a little postcard that I've made, and I have all my social media links on here, a wee thank you, and then I have a space where I can write that particular customer's name. And honestly, I like these a lot because I feel like they'll be less wasted than, for example, a sticker. Not everybody uses stickers. If people are purchasing from me, they usually will purchase a print. That's my most popular item, and I feel like this is something that someone might want to keep on their wall. I'll change this little part of it out every so often, but for now it is, whoa, I don't even know where I'm going. It's Taki as a little post bunny. I just love her. I have been drawing her for quite some time now, and she's sort of become my little avatar. I have buck teeth, in case you haven't noticed, and people used to call me Bugs Bunny as a child, in an attempt to bully me, not knowing that bunnies are my favourite, which I am also allergic to. TMI, but that's that. But yeah, that's why I've made these. If I can't have a pet bunny, I'll have a pet bunny. I've also been printing out some of my most popular prints, just to have a wee bit of a backlog of those, so that as I said, it makes it easier for me when I am printing. So as I mentioned earlier, I am a massive fan of K-pop. My favourite group is BTS, although I do listen to quite a few groups. I would be more of a multi than anything. On Stan Twitter is going to cancel me, but sure. But yeah, this is my favourite print that I've ever made of all time. This is Suga from BTS, also known as Min Yoongi or August D. In this one, this is from his solo mixtape, the MV that he made for Daechwita, which was just chef's kiss. Yoongi is one half of my bias. The other half is Seokjin, but I haven't printed out his prints yet, but I will include them here. And then I also printed out, so Yoongi is one of my most popular prints, as I said, and then I also have these two, which are my second most popular. Actually, they might be my most popular, I'm not sure, but these are prints from the Untamed. I will butcher the Chinese pronunciation of this, so I'll include it here as well, because I don't want to mispronounce that. Mandarin and Chinese and a lot of Asian languages are what I would like to study in future. But yeah, this is Wei Wuxian. Oh, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And this is Lan Zhan. Wang Yibo is one of my favorite idols of all time. I just think he's class. But yeah, those two are very popular. I sell them like individually or as a set. Most people buy them as a set because they're brothers, also known as lovers. But yeah, I love those two. I was really proud of how they turned out. That is the kind of art that I thrive doing, but I also adore product design, stickers, graphic design, things like that. So I'm also currently working on some letter sets at the moment because, as I've said earlier, I have a pen pal, which is my lovely Kinley, but I also write to my friend Roisin. So hello Roisin, if you're watching, I will get a letter to you again soon. But yeah, I am working on some letter sets. So this is a big difference from what I normally do. Most of my things are very brightly coloured and pastel rainbow, but I have an emo side of me that never quite went away from when I was a kid, as I'm sure you can tell by my outfit yesterday, and also the purple hair. But yeah, this is based on My Chemical Romance's album 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. So that is probably one of the most iconic albums of my life. My Chemical Romance were one of the first groups that I actively listened to by myself, and I feel like they changed my life. So I wanted a wee throwback to that. So you get some memo pads, which actually crack me up. I think they're so funny. A wee sticker sheet, some A6 sheets, 2 black envelopes. I originally had some white ones which have disappeared, with like bloodstains on them, but I feel like the black ones just look nicer, and they're much more sort of high quality. And then you also get some A5 sheets. So these are C6 envelopes, so everything should fit in there. But yeah, I've worked on those. And then on the opposite scale of this one's got to be a bit messed up in the package because I haven't taped it down properly, but this is much more on brand for Asia Doodles. I'll be honest with you, this is a cherry blossom writing set. So the same contents as before: memo pad, sticker sheet, A6 sheet, envelopes. These ones are printed, although I think I might change these to like a baby pink to match this instead, because my printer absolutely hates printing on envelopes. And then some A5 sheets to write on as well. So yeah, that's what I've been working on at the moment. I also have quite a few sticker sets and stuff that have been going on in the background, that you might see or may not see. That might be the next time because I haven't quite gotten around to printing those out yet. Okay, I think I'll leave the vlog here for this time. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this far. I don't want to put too much in here because I don't want to bore the life out of you by talking nonsense constantly. But if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I will hopefully be uploading some more of these if this one goes well. Probably I'd say at the minimum once a month, but maybe every 2 weeks if possible. I'm a very busy person. I work full time. Chronic illnesses get in the way of things, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you have liked this, please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. You can find me there as well as on Ko-fi, Patreon, and artful, I believe, at Asia Doodles. I'll put the links in the description box for you. But again, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to see from me in future, please put it in the comment box below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.